Hi, it's Dr. Betty Robin with the Dentistry Rising podcast. I'm really happy to say that we're surpassing all of our goals in number of podcast downloads. And that means it seems I'm on the right track as to what you need help with and what you want to know. I do talk to many of you every day since I am a dentist as well as an attorney, and I really get what your issues are. My goal is to help you get where you want to go in the best possible way and to create the practices and lives you are proud of. And hello, my peeps. I'm going to be quick today, so please hear me out and listen to this whole thing. First, I want to really thank all of you listeners to my new podcast, Dentistry Rising, which I started just at the beginning of this year. It's doing really well, and it was a huge leap for me in every way, but I am gradually starting to be able to speak better in front of a microphone. I'm not doing so well on video yet, but I'm trying. Here's what I've noticed so far. From the download numbers, you guys like what I'm calling my straight talk episodes better than most of the guests. There are exceptions to that, but in general, that's what the downloads are saying. So I'm going to get more particular and more specific with the guests and make sure they bring as much value as possible to you. So we're probably going to be limiting guest episodes to one a month, at least for now, and we'll see how you like that from the download numbers. I'm also going to go to a weekly podcast instead of twice a week. That was always the plan, but I did want to get going quickly, so I started the twice weekly thing. But from here on out, we're going to release one podcast a week on Mondays. It is a huge amount of work, although it's really fun, but I do have another full-time job as a broker and attorney. So I'm going to join what most of the podcasters do and do it weekly. Next, with all of our downloads, we're actually getting requests from advertisers and from potential guests who want to be interviewed. After thinking about it a bit and dipping my toe into considering advertisers, I've decided the cost is too high for me, and really for you. So for now, I'm going with no advertisers, and I'll let you know if that ever changes. But what I definitely don't want is advertisers where I have to recommend someone or some company to you that I don't believe in. That said, there's many companies I do believe in and may consider those later. But right now, we're going to stay pure. Same thing goes with podcast guests. I don't even want to interview people I don't believe in personally, or anyone whose sole purpose it is to sell you something. Not that I can guarantee how people I interview are or how they run their businesses, but if I don't believe in them up front, I'm just not going to do it. So that's the scoop with the podcast. Next, I'm going to be working on some online classes and booklets or workbooks in the field of due diligence, money, and contracts, probably closely related to what I already do. I very, very much want your input as to what you would like to see information on from me, or even guests or people that you'd very much like to hear from. So I'm going to be working on that and get several things out this year. And lastly, I'm going to completely change my practice brokerage model to keep up with the times, which I must say I haven't been very good at, but I'm going to be. This will involve a lot more automation, so you buyers aren't at the mercy of me returning your calls or texts. I know I frustrate some of you, so I don't want to be doing that. This model will also quite drastically change and reduce the commission for sellers. All that information will be coming out in the next 30 days, so stay tuned. We'll be back to normal on Monday, but again, I'm still asking you to please, please, please email me or text me or whatever and give me input on the podcast or information that you really want. We want to keep making this very, very valuable to you. All right. Thank you. Thank you for listening to the Dentistry Rising podcast, Dr. Betty Robin. Please subscribe on iTunes so we can get better and better at helping you make your practice dreams come true.